A huge day today for Thomas Walsh from the Delegate Club, of course. Ballymac native, of course, one of the youngest referee final, 25 years of age, but really has earned his stripes, and a big day for him following the footsteps of his dad, Tallow Walsh, back in 01. So the ball is in and our county final is underway, and first touch there, literally first touch there for the Tallow defenders there, and giving away a simple enough free 45 metres out, so it should really be a tap over free there. But once again, I think the referee right up with the play, and he's a guy who has deserved his stripes here, Brian.
The former county man, has been in very good form, and this should be a nice easy opener for him.
Yeah, so he picked himself up there, boot back on, so the first free about 50 metres in from the stand side, hitting into the town end. It should be no problem for the Ballygunner race. Ben's lift strike, sends it over the bar with ease. The opening score going to the champions Ballygunner and going to Brian O'Sullivan, wearing 15, of course. His dad Tig and mum Val, I'm sure they're very proud not alone to have Brian on the team, but their son David captaining the team, wearing 6 but out in the middle of the field. So first touch for Sean O'Sullivan, the Tallow goalkeeper. He's had a great season for them, 25 years of age, and of course, when one goes back to the great Ned Power, who played with Tallow for many years, back in the intermediate grade in the 60s and 70s, I'm sure Ned is looking down with pride to see his old club back in the final. So from the puck out, Ballygunner win possession. Shane Walsh, outstanding for them all year. The wing back sends it long, putting them on the attack in around the full forward line there. Brought down there by David Father O'Brien. Busting out with it, there's Mark O'Brien, the captain. Good play by the cornerback, gets it away out towards the middle of the field. Good first time pulling there by William Henley there, gets the ball back. He's inside his own 45. He's wearing 10, but he has to go deep with that one, under pressure there from JJ Hutchison. Good play by the Ballygunner forward there, but again Henley comes back with the ball out over the line in the end. Just a line ball to the Ballygunner men there, but a lot of pressure there, and good to see JJ Hutchison from a Ballygunner point of view really putting the pressure on Henley there, and in the end line ball for the Gunners.
Yeah, and JJ Hutchison, it seemed to be carrying an injury in the semi-final, went off before the end of the game. An important player for Ballygunner, again a player with a lot of experience, and a chance here, and I think it's a quick line ball by Shane Sullivan.
Shane O'Sullivan takes it quickly. Lovely 1-2 there with David O'Sullivan. Has a look, takes his shot and dissects the post. Lovely bit of intelligent play by Shane O'Sullivan. Played it back to David. his namesake. He returns it to Shane and literally from the sideline sticks it over the bar. Second score for Gunners, first score for Shane O'Sullivan, and they go 2 points up. Just 3 minutes gone. Shot puck out by the Tallow man to Mark O'Brien. Mark gets it back to the older brother. That's David, Father O'Brien, the 34-year-old. Puts them on the attack, dropping inside the 65 on the stand side. Picked up quickly there by Billy O'Keefe. Billy O'Keefe gets it to Shane O'Sullivan. Shane gets it back to an unmarked JJ Hutchison. Heading towards the 45. Sends a diagonal ball really into space, but really into the hand of Aidan Carney. And Ringo gets it all on his own inside the 45. The former county star coming out with the ball. 5 on his back, trying to flick it over him. And there a bit of overplay by Carney, and in the end dispossessed by Shane Walsh. Shane coming forward. His dad Eddie is the sponsor of the team as he gets the ball in third side, the 45. They're covering back as Jake Neville, 30 metres out from the goal on our right. That's the Tallow goal here. It's the City goal, and they're under a bit of pressure, but good play there by Mark O'Brien. Gets it to James Murray, the former county star, out to the middle of the field. Well won there by Thomas Ryan. First touch here. A lot of hope on Thomas Ryan's performance here today. Gets it back to William Henley, drops in around the edge of the square. Stephen O'Keefe keeping his eye on it, puts his hand up, and in the end goes out for a 65. Could have ended up in the back of the net there, but that long ball, a hanging ball, they're hanging up in the air. It looked like to be Stocky's goal ball. Stephen O'Keefe put his hand up, but in the end came off the tops of his fingers, out for a 65. It could have...
Your inter-county goalkeeper, you'd expect him to do a lot better than that. Must have taken his eye off it, and it really could have ended up in the back of the net. But a chance now for Tallow to get on the scoreboard. They have been under a little bit of pressure in these opening minutes. Again, I'm just looking down. Ballygunner have back to their familiar lineup, 2-man full forward line. Brian O'Sullivan inside with young Peter Hogan. That means that I suppose Tallow have that extra player inside there, but they're going to be, I suppose, a little bit careful with the clearances coming out. And Aidan Carney there nearly got caught in possession. That will happen if they're going to be a little bit more decisive on the ball. But this is a good chance now. For young Ryan Gray, good young minor. Let's see if he can get his name on the score sheet.
It's on the 65, just literally right on the right hand upright, hitting into the Keens Road end. Terence McSweeney looks on the Bonish door. Ben's left strike, and good strike by the minor. He's been in brilliant form, not alone for the seniors but also for the minors in the county final where he scored 12. Gets his opening score, a settling one for the teenager, and brings him back to 2 points to 1. 5.5 minutes gone. You're listening to the big match brought to you in association with Feet and David Dickinson's Motor Village on the Cork Road. And from the puck out there, I think
three times.
He caught it a third time there. A short puck out there, a bit of overplay by the Ballygunner defender, and it's going to be a free in for Tallow and indeed for Ryan Gray. So a chance of the equaliser here.
Yeah, again, Eddie Hayden, I suppose, a young player playing in his first senior county final. Again, just caught in possession, a little bit of indecision, ended up catching the ball 3 times. Good chance to get another quick score for Tallow.
Crowd of about 3,000 plus here, still making their way in as Ryan Gray bends left strikes and sends it over the bar. We're level for a first time here in the county final, and good bit of maturity there shown by the free taker there. His second point, a lot more difficult angle near the far sideline, hitting into Keens Road, sticks it over the bar. Is 2 points apiece. 6 minutes gone here in our county final here in Walsh Park. From the puck out, going long this time by Stephen O'Keefe. In the end, comes off a Ballygunner stick, and it's going to be line ball to the Western men, to the Tallow men, way over on that far side. Of course, the blue and gold, the Tallow, sponsors by the McGrath Pharmacy, and to the McGrath family, I know they're very grateful. Kearney Catering also involved, and really the village has got behind Tallow there. Line ball, Jordan Henley wearing 15, but playing very much deep in this first half. Taken up by Thomas Ryan, tries to flick the ball across there, but well intercepted there, and the Gunners there read as well. Philip Mann, he gets it out, but first time hurling by James Murray there. No nonsense hurling there from Murray. The ball was heading towards the Brian O'Sullivan, but first time hurling out over the line ball for the Gunners. Just right down here under us, Terence McSweeney there. Of course, in his background team, Brendan Coleman. And of course, Stuart Barry and Johnny Hennessy, of course, a clubmate from Ballygunner and from St. Catherine's, and very good friend of Dennis Walsh, who manages the Ballygunner team. So not quite sure if they were texting each other during the week, but 2 clubmen on 2 different sides for this county final. Line ball, bit of hole up there is Billy O'Keefe, taken inside the 65 in front of the stand there, in front of the management team from Tallow and the substitutes. Picked up there by David O'Sullivan, gets the ball away, looking for Shane O'Sullivan. Shane has that ball, tries to get it onto his nephew Barry with the socks up. Very distinctive run of Barry there, late pull on Paul O'Brien there, and Paul, of course, got injured 4 years ago. Huge loss to Tallow, wins that ball, free out relief for Tallow.
Yeah, and I just noticed Shane Wells has come across here to right half back, and Harley Bounds gone to left half back. So just a quick switch there by Dennis Walsh, the Ballygunner manager.
Long ball in, down to the far corner, but picked up well inside by Philip Mahoney. Great bit of experience by Philip, of course, based in Dublin, but never missed a training session, I believe, for Clobber County. Stephen O'Keefe sends it long into the middle of the field. There's 2 points apiece. The time says just over 8 minutes gone in the first half. Lovely ball gone through to JJ Hutchison. He's finding space, turns to his left, has a shot, but it's gone left and wide. This is the first wide of the afternoon. Yes, the first wide going to Ballygunner there. Nice move there. JJ will be disappointed with that. Turn to his left, but left and wide.
Yeah, and I suppose, well, you know, one of the things with Ballygunner is they try to score from distance and from difficult angles. They're only playing with 2 on the inside line, so they need to probably score from distance, and that was a poor miss. Again, a poor clearance by Tallow.
Yeah, shot puck out to David O'Brien, and he gave it a very poor ball straight into Barry O'Sullivan. He's carried out to the far sideline, about 45 metres out. Chance from now to go in front to 3 points to 2. Looks a good one, but it's turning right and wide, but it's gone right and wide. Shane O'Sullivan there with that shot, right and wide. A second wide for Ballygunner. Good pressure by Tallow. Almost 9 minutes gone, 2 points apiece. They'll be happy with the opening 9.
Yeah, and I suppose, you know, both teams are operating with an extra defender, so, you know, this could, I suppose Tallow are maybe happy enough with that to try keep score down maybe early in the game and just work themselves into the game.
Oh, well plucked out here from the puck out by Shane Walsh. He's been inspirational for them all year. The wing back really showing his class there. Wins that ball, sends it long, but up at the other end, the man all alone is David O'Brien, of course. Front man at the Lukey McCarthy's pub. I'm sure his mum Ann is down there, and his dad Liam, who hurled for Waterford, who hurled for Tallow, was part of their 3 successes back in the 80s. But the ball out in the middle of the field now. Eddie Hayden has it for the Gunners there, trying to pinpoint the pass there to Barry O'Sullivan. Little bit of overplay. It goes out over the line ball to Tallow. Still 2 points apiece. 9.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, I think this game, you know, where you play with an extra defender probably suits Ballygunner in that they're used to it. They're playing that sort of a game all year. You know, just looking at Tallow, they have the extra defender back there, but they're not playing the ball accurately out of defence. They're getting caught when that second ball comes in and around the middle of the field. They just need to be more precise, more accurate.
Mark O'Brien coming out to take it. The tree surgeon, good with his hands on and off the field by all accounts. 2 points apiece here in Walsh Park. The line ball intercepted by the Ballygunner men. They're 30 metres out, but that's David O'Sullivan loses his hurley near the sideline, tries to get the ball to Barry O'Sullivan, literally from the sideline. Oh, that's a super score. I thought it was gone right and wide. The umpire was going just away with it wide, but it just snuck inside the post. Great score by Barry O'Sullivan, literally from the sideline, putting the Gunners back in front. 3 points to 2, 10.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, and I suppose, you know, Ballygunner have had the majority of the chances here. We're still waiting for a first score from play from Tallow, and, you know, fantastic score. Barry O'Sullivan is one of those players that wins a lot of difficult, tough ball, probably doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Sean O'Sullivan with a long puck out, the IT specialist, doing very well in the goals this year for the Tallow, but well won inside from the puck out by cornerback Ian Kenny. He's done well this season. Ball cut off at the other end by David O'Brien. He's played a lot of ball, but the man that wins it is Barry O'Sullivan, the UCC student, inside his own 65. Of course, his dad Billy was the captain back in 01 when they kept their Munster honours, but this is what they want today. It's the county honours. The ball in the end goes to Brian O'Sullivan. He makes it look so simple, sticks it over the bar. 4 points to 2. Well won by Barry O'Sullivan. Indeed, Brian then does the business. 4 points to 2. Second score for Brian.
Yeah, Brian O'Sullivan, I suppose, is a class forward. You know, he has that extra little bit of skill. His first touch is phenomenal, and when he gets space like that, you know, he'll invariably score for you.
Sean O'Sullivan with the puck out towards the middle of the field. Tallow now trying to build one of their attacks there, cut off inside by Ian Kenny. He's made a big impression this year for the Gunners. Of course, Alan Kerwin and Wayne Hutchison no longer involved in the backline, but Kenny doing well, but cut off in the middle of the field, this time by William Henley. Good play by the Tallow man, puts them on the attack in around the 30-metre line, but batted down the side. Barry Coughlin was there, so too was Philip Mahoney, and Philip just touches the ball out to his half-back partner Shane Walsh. He's done well so far in these opening 12 minutes. 4 points to 2. At the other end, David O'Brien does well. Well done by Fada, taking after his dad Liam, as I mentioned earlier. He was known as Fada. He was a good hurler. David is no slouch either at full-back, and doing well so far, Brian.
Yeah, an experienced player. I remember playing on inter-county panels with Fada, and, you know, there isn't a more wholehearted club player in the county, and, you know, he won't let his side down today.
James Murray takes the free. The elder statesman of the teams, both teams today, 36-year-old, the engineer, takes the long ball down into the corner, but I think it came off actually Ballygunner. I thought it came off a Tallow defender, but it's going to be line ball for Tallow just inside the 45. Terence McSweeney there, hands behind the back. He's done huge work behind the scenes to bring this team back. Suffered a huge humiliation 4 years ago in the county final, but they're back and they're proud to be here. See the chairman down there, Liam Mulcahy there, He's put huge work in behind the scenes. Line ball for Tallow. The ball comes in across the face of the goal. Is it out for 65? Yes, says the umpire. So 65 there.
But they really have made no impression so far from play. Tallow have yet to score from play. We're almost halfway through the first half. But still a chance for Ryan Gray to reduce the deficit to the minimum with another 65.
So a chance for the minor star, of course, back in Blackwater again for another year. Bends, lifts, strikes, takes his shot. Yeah, it's gone over the bar. Yeah, I thought for a while it was just turning a bit right, but gone over the bar. Good strike, good finish by Ryan Gray. He's got their 3 points, 4 points to 3. Still staying in church, 13 and a half minutes gone.
Yeah, and I suppose if you're from Tallow, you'd be reasonably happy. They haven't really been in it from play, but to be only a point behind is a good outcome at this stage.
Stephen O'Keefe this time gone along, the county goalie for the Ballygunner men, near the 45, well won inside by the Tallow event, showing a bit of strength there. Again is William Henley. He's playing a lot of ball this stage. Of course, I want to say hello to Pádraig Tobin, the great Shamrocks man. Wish him a speedy recovery. I know he's back from hospital, and that comes from his dad James met before. I know his mum Ann will be cheering on, even though they're Shamrocks, they're very much cheering on Tallow today, and we wish Pádraig all the very best and his recovery. Line ball to the Gunners, just outside the 45, stand side, wearing 9, Shane O'Sullivan. He's given everything to the club, of course. The Sullivan family, bereavement lately. His brother-in-law Paul Foley, of course, our sympathies to the Foley family, and of course the Sullivans as well. But Shane is here, and I know the sentiment in the dressing room was today they'll do it for Foley. Ball now goes back to Shane O'Sullivan. He's working very hard. He's wearing 9. He swings the ball across. Lovely ball across. Looking for Billy O'Keefe there, but Billy was a bit slow onto it. James Murray got out there in front of him. Good first time hurling by Murray. A ball there, I think Billy was a bit casual about it. Out came Murray, out of the line. First time hurling, line ball at far side, middle of the field.
I think you might have heard the footsteps of James Murray coming for him. Murray really a real strong player and doing well so far in these opening minutes for Tallow.
Brian O'Sullivan wins that and turns the man really on the sixpence. That's lovely bit of play by O'Sullivan, showing his class. Ball into Conor Power. He has a look. He takes his shot and he sends it over the bar. One of their under 21 stars, and really he's a bright spark as well. If Brian O'Sullivan can do it in one corner, so can Conor Power. Over the bar it goes, 5 points to 3. Lovely strike, lovely finish, but a lovely build up by Brian O'Sullivan.
Yeah, and if you look at Ballygunner, they're 5 points on the board. 4 of them from play, and that's I suppose the big difference. They're more threatening from play, and they look as if they can score any time they get in position.
Harley Barnes wins it, gives it to JJ Hutchison. He sends it down into the corner again, looking for Brian O'Sullivan there. Tried to hold on to that ball, but in the end the ball goes out over, and it's going to be a 65 right near the corner, and a chance for Gunners to stretch their lead. It's 5.
Ballygunner are just happy enough to keep shooting the points. As I said, they've 4 players on the scoreboard from play, and Tallow yet to score from play, and they'll Ballygunner probably, I suppose, will take the view that they'll outpoint or outscore Tallow if it comes to that. But I suppose if you're neutral, you would like a little bit more attack and play and a little bit more adventurous spirit from the sides.
So Brian O'Sullivan, literally 2 metres in from the sideline, takes his 65. Pádraig Manning may be missing, but this man has really stepped up to the plate, sends it over the bar. 3rd point for Brian O'Sullivan, stretches the lead to 6 points to 3. Double scores, almost 70 minutes gone here. You're listening to Big Match, brought to you in association with Feith and David Dickinson's Motor Village on the Cork Road. This time O'Sullivan, the Tallow goalie, goes long, dropping inside the 45, over on the far side, down near the tunnel corner here and dressing room corner in Walsh Park, but the ball pushed out over the line. Is going to be a line ball over on the far side to the Gunners, or it's a free actually, I think, over on the far side, and Stephen O'Keefe coming out to take it.
Yeah, and Stephen O'Keefe, I suppose, in recent weeks he's been on the score sheet for Ballygunner. I think he's probably too far from the goals. He'll probably look to place maybe Peter Hogan, or he's actually going short to the free man.
Yeah, Philip Manley, the free man. Philip takes it first time across to Harley Barnes, playing in the half back line today. Gets the ball out to Shane Walsh. He's played a lot of ball so far. The tall, athletic looking half back gets the ball away to JJ Hutchison. JJ there, of course, his brother Wayne was man of the match last year. JJ started brightly, but a poor pass by him, intercepted, and Tallow go back on the attack. Cutting off in the back is Philip Mahoney inside his own 45, heading out towards the 65, gets the ball away to David O'Sullivan, the captain going long. It'll be a great score if it goes over. That's a huge score by David O'Sullivan. Super score by O'Sullivan. Got a great score last week against 4 Mile Water. Now he's got one from his own 65, sticks it over the bar, stretches the lead, 7 points to 3. Great strike by the captain.
Yeah, the last person that you want to be playing as a loose player is Philip Manny. I'm surprised Tallow hasn't pushed someone up on him. Great interception by Philip Manny. Found his captain David O'Sullivan. Fantastic score for Ballygunner.
Barry Coughlin gets from the puck out, gets it away to Philip Mahoney. Philip out to Shane O'Sullivan. Shane O'Sullivan, lovely 1-2 there to David O'Sullivan there. Namesakes but no relations as the ball cut off in the end by Ringo. That's Aidan Carney going forward there. A good pressure by Carney there. Great to see him back to his very, very best this year for the club and puts it out over the line. So good play by Ringo there. He's 31 years of age, works up and from high, but a Tallow through and through.
Yeah, and again, just looking down, I suppose, even going back to the quarter-final, I think Mount Sion probably made the same mistake of, leaving Philip Mahoney being the extra defender for Ballygunner. Not a recipe for success. I mean, he's too good a hurler and too good a distributor to be left on his own.
Yeah, Terence McSweeney there in a huddle with Coleman and Stuart Barry and John Hennessy as Ryan Gray takes that free and sends it over the bar. He's been unerring this afternoon. Good play again by the minor, really stepping up to the plate. Good prospect, not alone for the future of Tallow hurling, but need for county hurling as well. 7 points to 4, 19 minutes gone, Brian.
Yeah, and Ballygunner, I suppose, are good value for the 3-point lead. They've got a 5 points from play. Tallow yet to score from play. They're just that little bit more threatening.
The black and red against the blue and gold. Lots of colour here. Huge crowd down from Tallow here today, cheering on the boys in blue and gold. Ball won then again by William Henley. Playing a lot of ball. Sends it long. Coughlin cuts it off. Gets it out towards the middle of the field. It was Billy O'Keefe. Billy there tried to swing it across, but again Henley intercepts it. But a poor return by him really. Had a bit of more time. Went to pull on it first time. Out over the line. Line ball to the Gunners. And you see him. Jim Joland is there, the sideline officials down under Timmy O'Keefe, their arms folded, of course, last year for Timmy as county secretary stepping down at convention. Of course, also we compliment our PRO Emer Barry, who this is our last county final, steps down at convention this year. But what a super programme she's produced today, and our communications committee, and our thanks to all her work over the years as PRO. As James Murray picks up the ball inside his own 45, sending it long, putting Tallow on the attack. 7 points to 4, the champions Ballygunner lead. Cut off in front of the dressing room and tunnel corner by Barry Coughlin. Barry gets it out to the middle of the field there. A ball there to Billy O'Keefe. Took his eye off the ball, but Tallow in possession. What can they do with that ball? Paul O'Brien has it. Has been quite enough so far, but intercepted well by Billy O'Keefe on his own 45. There showed a bit too much of it there to the Tallow man. Ryan Gray is in the middle of it there, inside the 45. Nobody can get it up in their hands there. Thomas Walsh, the referee, is looking on. Was there a man foul play on, he says, and the ball goes back to Ringo. That's on the 45, the wing back wearing 5 in front of the far side. Bank plays the ball right across the field, but straight into a Ballygunner man there. That's not what he intended. To JJ Hutchison, gives it in the end to Peter Hogan, the minor star. Goes for a quick one, has a look, takes his shot there, and shot on sight really. Third right for Ballygunner. Still remains 7 points to 4, 21 minutes gone, but he did well there, but really shot without steadying himself.
Yeah, again, there was nobody inside. He even on the 45, he was the furthest in forward. His only opportunity was to shoot at goal, but a poor shot really. But again, Tallow, striking the ball over the sideline. Their striking out of defence is really poor. And that's costing them scores, it's costing them opportunities, and we're 21 minutes in, and Tallow have yet to score from play, and probably just gives an indication of the dominance of Ballygunner so far.
Line ball literally the middle of the field, in front of the stand here, taken by Shane Walsh. Not the best of lines ball, but picked up well by Billy O'Keefe. Billy O'Keefe gets it back to Shane O'Sullivan from a tight angle, takes his shot, sends it over the bar. That's a second for the midfielder, the former county star, of course, still a member of the county panel, one of the elder statesmen on this Ballygunner team, but really showing his experience there. Sends it over the bar from the sideline. His dad, Pat Down Under us, hasn't pulled out the cigarette yet. That's always a good sign. The pressure isn't on the Gunners yet. 8 points to 4, 22 minutes gone from the puck out. The ball is with Sean O'Sullivan. Sean O'Sullivan gets it out to Ryan Gray. Ryan Gray has a look. Ryan Gray takes his shot, and Ryan Gray sends it left and wide. First wide for the Tallow man there, but Ryan Gray did well to win it there. Shot under pressure, left and wide. Score remains 8 points to 4, 22 minutes gone.
Yeah, I suppose, looking at it objectively, Ballygunner look comfortable enough. There's not a huge difference on the scoreboard, but in general play, they certainly have the best of the possession, the best of the chances. We've seen very little from the Tallow forward line, and their defence really is under pressure, and certainly under pressure when clearing.
Ball won there by Eddie Hayden, one of those under 21 men settling into the senior status very well. Plays it back to Philip Mahoney. He opens the shoulder, sends it long. To be some score if it goes over, but it's turning right. Is it turning right? Yes, it is. Right and wide it goes. Fourth wide for Ballygunner. Score remains 8 points to 4, 23 minutes gone. Of course, the earlier game here, Dunhill were runaway winners in the Junior B final. So well done to all in Dunhill. They're runaway victors over the Brickies, and wasn't it great to see John Condon, of course, who had his own worries lately, of course, with the death and indeed the sad death of his wife Jacinta. So to the Condon family, we wish our very, very best sympathies. But of course, great to see John back in duty here today, and the thoughts of all the Waterford G are with the Condon family, as they are with the Foley and Sullivan family there. The ball in the attack for the Gunners down into the corner there, and in the end it's going to be free in there. Easy enough free,
silly free to give away. I mean, JJ Hutchinson had no hurley in his hand. You had two Tallow players under control. Ball was out towards the sideline. Needless free, and you're not going to do your team any favours by giving away a stupid free like that.
So Dennis Walsh there looks on as Shea Fitzpatrick goes in, the physio. He's been ever present since they made the breakthrough in the modern era back in '92. Of course, Ballygunner have mounted up the titles, 13 county titles in all, and Shane been ever present in all of those as physio and trainer of the team, former international athlete, of course. And line free there taken by Brian O'Sullivan. I'm just going to put it down there, but that free, as we thought, literally was a tap over. It's the fifth wide for Tallow. He'd be disappointed with that. 8 points to 4, and a let off for Tallow.
Yeah, you probably, with the form Brian O'Sullivan is in, you'd probably expect him to convert that one. But, I said there were still double scores, 8 points to 4. Ballygunner really are dominating. And, I'm watching Philip Manny clearing the ball, again standing on his own. He's really not a player you want on his own.
Ballygunner on the attack once again. Oh, lovely bit of play by JJ. Brian O'Sullivan had the ball, gave it to JJ O'Sullivan there, or JJ Hudson. He gives it back to Brian O'Sullivan. The Sullivan's left, right and centre, but in the end the ball goes straight into Sean O'Sullivan, the Tallow goalie, and he has no problem with that ball. Gets away to Kenny Carney. Kenny looking for the older brother, but instead he puts it way down the right hand side, covering across. David O'Sullivan, he's done well so far. The centre half back with a great score, an inspiration score from inside his own 65. Working the ball up, down into the corner it goes, looking for JJ Hudson. JJ now on the 1-2 there with Neville the wing back, but in the end they did very well to win that ball in the Tallow defence and get it out to William Henley. He's played a lot of ball. The 32-year-old, one of the experienced players on this Tallow team, send it long, dropping inside, 30 metres out. This could be dangerous for the Gunners there, and in the end a foul on the Tallow forward, and there Bob McCarthy there went up for that ball. I think he got a nudge in the back. Referee Thomas Walsh, I must say, right up with the play, and it's going to be free in for the men from the West, and a chance to bring it back to a 3-point lead.
Yeah, and the Tallow forwards are really just living off scraps. Again, just a routine high ball towards the Ballygunner goal. There was Ballygunner defenders had 2-1 against the Tallow forwards, and Tallow probably fortunate to get that rather soft free, and Ryan Gray will surely put this over.
Yeah, heading into the Keens Road end here, the terrace in great condition here. Well done to all involved, to Pat Carroll and all the ground staff, and Seamus here as Ryan Gray sticks over there. 5 points for the Munster 5. And Terence McSweeney having the order with his backroom team. Of course, he's the help of Brendan Coleman, the trainer from Youghal, and also John Hennessy of Connacht, as I say, clubmate of Dennis Walsh. But in the end, from the puck out, good scoring chance, really first time hurling, long ball, and in the end a harmless wide for the Gunners.
Yeah, Peter Hogan, another opportunity, second wide. Again, the ball from a puck out was allowed to bounce into his hand. You really don't expect that at this level.
Dennis Walsh having ordered Darragh Sullivan, Gary O'Keefe, they're down there wearing the black tracksuits with the red trim, the black and red. Jim McGinn would be a proud man to know they've 13 titles in the bag, looking for a 14 today. The man who founded the club back in the 50s, but really it's in the 90s and in the 90s that they've really become a power of hurling, not alone in Waterford but in Munster. Stephen O'Keefe gets the ball, gives the ball away into Shane Walsh there, the goalie there, a bit of overplay, well intercepted there by Thomas Ryan there. He's a danger man for Tallow there, really a high tackle there by Shane Walsh, and the speed of Ryan there, he has that ability. The Moon Tour, of course, teaching now in Tallow National School.
Shane Walsh, the pass came from Philip Manny. He opted to put the hurl to it, miscontrolled it. Really should have put the hand to the ball and taken it first time, and this is just handed an easy opportunity to Ryan Gray to reduce the minimum just back to 2 points.
Well, it's 10 metres in from the side, and difficult enough angle, takes his shot, but he sent it over the Parder very, very tight. It really took the paint off the upright there. From here it looked right and wide, but the umpire was adamant, had a good position there. It's back to 2 points, 8 points to 6 and 6 points to Ryan Gray.
Yeah, and that's, I suppose, the type of game it is. Ballygunner, while well on top, Tallow yet to score from play. They've just not pulled away from Tallow despite their dominance in general play.
Ball broken down in the middle of the field. Of course, Tallow had great successes in 80, 84 and 85. It's a long time since they brought the News and Star back to the Bride, but they're working very hard for it today. 8 points to 6. Ball to James Murray from the puck out. Sends a lovely diagonal ball down into the corner. Looking for Ryan Gray, but he's with Barry Coughlin there. Barry just knocks it down. That's good play by Coughlin. Gets it away to Philip Mahoney. Philip Mahoney gets out to David O'Sullivan. The captain goes long again, putting him on the attack down here to the right hand flank in front of the stand. Town end of the go, but well won inside by David O'Brien. He's done very well, Fada, but he gives it away very, very cheaply to Shane O'Sullivan. Shane O'Sullivan gives the ball away. Chance for Hogan, takes his shot, and it's right and wide there. Saw him get some great goals against during the championship here in the semi-final. Of course, a great goal against Abbeyside early on in the earlier rounds, but he had a goal scoring chance there. It looked a certain goal.
Is he going to house on it? But is the referee going to give a free in, or he seems to be talking to one of the Tallow defenders?
I'm sure Terence McSweeney would be the happier, the manager.
Yeah, and I mean there was a great goal chance. Again, a bad clearance by Fada O'Brien, and another one here now.
Oh gee, he gave it straight back to Brian O'Sullivan there, and the defence drove it wide there, and 8 let off there for the men from the west. 8 wides to Ballygunner, 1 wide to Tallow, but the scoreboard that counts. 8 points to 6, 2 points between the sides. We count down to half time. Pat Casey holds up the clock. It's 1 minute of additional time here. The crowd, I'd say in around 3,000 here. Nice crowd over on the far bank, but definitely the stand not at all full here this afternoon. A late throw in didn't help proceedings. Ball now with Tallow. Both the Rugby World Cup dominating sporting world in Ireland there, and the late throw in obviously hasn't helped the attendance here this afternoon. So good play again by Thomas Ryan, taking on his marker, and it's going to be free in for Ryan Gray, about 3 metres in from the sideline, hitting into the Keens Road end. It's on the 45, and the young full forward, well, wearing 14, but the young forward has been doing very well this afternoon, Brian.
Yeah, and again, Tallow have yet to score from play. Ballygunner with their misses at one end and conceding frees at the other are really keeping Tallow in this, because they've done very little hurling throughout.
Takes his time with this one, makes no mistake. Beautiful strike again by the teenager, sends it over the bar. It's 8 points to 7. We should hear the half-time whistle very, very soon. Terence McSweeney, they're having words there with Timmy O'Keefe, the county secretary. Not quite sure what's on there, but a lot of people actually standing on the line this afternoon for this county final. 8 points to 7. We're in injury time in the first half. You listen to Big Match brought to you in association with Feet and David Dickinson's Motor Village. 8-7. Gunners lead by 1. James Murray, he's done very well at centre back. Feeds it out towards the middle of the field to Paul O'Brien, the experienced O'Brien, the countyman who got that great goal against Tip up in Parky Keeve. Gets the ball away to Evan Sheehan. What can Evan do with this one? Has a look, takes his shot and sends it over the bar. The Tallow crowd rise in unison there. The 23-year-old sends it over the bar. We're level for a second time as we approach. 3 points by Ryan Gray, and an inspirational point there just before half time by Evan Sheehan. Tallow a boost going to the dressing room at half time. It's been I suppose a disappointing enough. Anxious to stamp their authority again. They have to start all over again, despite dominating the opening half, to go in at level at half time. That must be a huge boost to Tallow, and if the all-important first goal, that could tell the winners. So the ball is in for the second half. Thomas Walsh wastes no time when the teams come back out, and as Tallow are on the attack, attacking the goal on our right for the second half. Of course, the town goal there, and Ryan Gray going out for that ball, being policed by Barry Coughlin. Looked like from here actually came off Ryan Gray, but the umpire right on the spot says it's going to be a 65.
And Ryan Gray, I don't think he's missed a shot at target all day, so this could remarkably see Tallow go into the lead for the first time in the game, and that would be another boost to Tallow at the start of this second half.
So Ryan Gray, one of these up and coming young stars on this Tallow team, hitting into the town end, takes his time with this one, sends it over the bar. Coolness personified by the teenager, and Tallow go in front for the first time. Just 1 minute gone in the second half. Ryan Gray puts the Westerners in front. Good long puck out this time by Stephen O'Keefe. No nonsense. Dropping aside the 45. Ball breaks down. Who's first to react to it? Good chance here for Ballygunner to get the equaliser literally from the puck out there, but the ball just dropped short there. Billy O'Keefe shot really hadn't the strength in it, and Tallow cleared their lines. Kenny Carney, the cornerback, younger brother of Aidan. Of course, also brother of Paul Carney, who's on the substitute here today. Paul O'Brien battling hard in the midfield. Haven't seen a lot of Paul so far, but he wins that ball and he comes away with inside the 45. Good play by O'Brien wearing 8. The accountant has a look, but he takes his shot and it drops short in around the goalie there, and it's no problem at all there. He did very well, Paul O'Brien, but his shot was very poor. Out comes Stephen O'Keefe, runs out 30 metres out, and O'Keefe sends it along the length to Walsh Park, dropping around the Tallow corner. Could be very dangerous. Good scoring chance there for Brian O'Sullivan. In the end goes left and wide. The ball dropped. O'Sullivan was onto it like a bullet, using his pace, but he couldn't steer it into the goal, and in the end goes out for a wide and let off for Tallow. There was a huge ball there by Stephen O'Keefe, went long, broken down, Brian O'Sullivan onto it, and let off there for Tallow. 9 points to 8. Turns McSweeney there, zips up the tracksuit.
Another shot puck out again.
Shot puck out to Fada. I'm not sure if Fada was ready for it. That's O'Brien, the fullback. Liam gets the ball away. There's Mark O'Brien, the captain, the younger brother. Mark sends it long. It's cut off at the other end by Philip Mahoney, outstanding in the first half in the sweeper role, but his ball this time goes out over the line, and it's going to be a line ball to the Tallow man. They all know it came off a Tallow man. They're deflected out, and it's going to be line ball to Ballygunner. 9 points to 8. Tallow gone in front, just 3 minutes gone in the second half.
Yeah, and that was a great goal chance for Ballygunner. Again, you expect the likes of Brian O'Sullivan when he gets in that position. Ball broke on the 6-yard line, and just shot wide off with a ground stroke. Another, I suppose, a let off for Tallow. They are living dangerously, but they have the all-important lead on the scoreboard, and that's what matters.
Mark O'Brien sweeping it up well. That's good play by the captain. Sends it long. Cut off at the other end by Philip Mahoney. 9 points to 8. Tallow lead by 1. Wouldn't Ned Power be a proud man the way they've played so far here? The great Ned, of course, part and parcel of Tallow's success, and that long ball in hope more than anything else from Philip Mahoney goes left and wide. It's wide, number 9 for Ballygunner. 1 wide for Tallow, but the scoreboard that counts. 9 points to 8. Tallow leading by 1. From the puck out, Aidan Carney. Ringo, as he is known fondly by Waterford and Tallow supporters, gets it up towards Ryan Gray. What a debut county senior final this young man has. The minor star played in the minor final only a week ago. Philip Mahoney now trying to get Ballygunner back on track. Bit of a row there off the ball. Play on, says the referee, but in the end, no, he cops what's happening. I'm sure the linesman had a good view of it from down under us here, but I think it's harmless enough, I would say. I know Michael O'Brien, the linesman from Portlaw.
I think he's going to restart with an indirect free. Tallow were in possession, so James Murray has a free in his own 45-metre line.
9 points to 8. He's 45. That's the Keens Road end, hitting into the town end. The engineer sends it long, dropping in around the edge of the square. Who's first to react to it? Gray trying to get a touch on it. Also in there is Ian Kenny. Did he get his hand on it towards Philip Mahoney? But in the end, the foul by the Tallow forward line is going to be free out and relief for Stephen O'Keefe. 9 points to 8, 4.5 minutes gone in the second half. Dennis Walsh pushes up the sleeves of his tracksuit. Of course, the man who burst into national prominence with 2 All-Ireland medals back in 1990. Hurling and football, the St. Catherine man, been involved with many clubs, many different clubs, of course, involved with the county camogie final yesterday. They were beaten in the final. He told me earlier he was disappointed with that. His daughter was involved, but of course also John O'Mara, the physio with the Tallow team, was involved in that backroom team. So lots of connections between Connacht, St. Catherine's and Tallow, but Dennis very much with the Ballygunner men today. It's a line ball down here on our left to the Tallow men. Aidan Carney taking his time with this one. The former county star, not the best of line balls, looking for Jordan Henley, who's been very quiet so far in this county final. 9 points to 8. They leave. Bit of stalemate down literally here in the middle of the field. Billy O'Cree trying to get a hand in it. So too is Shane O'Sullivan, but in the end it's going to be free for the Tallow man on the 65, and Michael O'Brien, the linesman, right on the spot, points to the position. And Thomas Walsh, I must say, the referee, staying really well up with the play in this his debut as a county senior.
Yeah, I suppose he has he's a nice temperament. He's very level-headed and cool, and certainly, I suppose emanates that throughout the field, and players certainly know where to stand. And this Ryan Gray has come all the way out. He's on his own 65-metre line, and this will be another great score if he can convert it.
It's a metre in. It's his own 65. It'll be a huge score if it goes over, but is it too much to ask the teenager? He catches it well. The goalie's looking up, but they're looking to the left as well, and it's gone left and wide. Second wide for Tallow. In fairness to him, a real bonus had it gone over left and wide. Darragh Sullivan is preparing a substitute. Coming off and going on is Tim O'Sullivan.
Appearances, and I would say
JJ played well.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's probably, I would have thought he's carrying a bit of an injury. He certainly looks as if he's limping coming off, and was certainly limped out of action in the semi-final. Having said that, I'm a little bit surprised that Stephen Power hasn't been the one that thrown into the action. He's a lot more experienced. Conor Power is another player out there that has done very little for Ballygunner today.
So Ballygunner from the puck out, worked that ball well, and there's the ball to David O'Sullivan, and there goes David O'Sullivan, sends it over the bar. We're level for a third time, and the captain gets his second point. They needed some inspiration, they got it from their captain. 9 points apiece. At this stage, I want to say, of course, get well to my good old friend Tom Goff, former Mitchells and Waterford star in Waterford Hospital. Also, of course, Johnny Wall from Dungarvan, well-known fishmonger and great Waterford supporter. If they're listening in, it's 9 points apiece, all to play for as the ball goes to Thomas Ryan, drops in around the edge of the square. It looks very, very dangerous, but in the end, I think it just hit off the upright and goes right and wide. But Thomas Ryan again showing that skill that we know he has. Let's see, we'll see more of it in the second half. Right and wide, third wide for Tallow. Score remains 9 points apiece.
Yeah, great bit of skill by Tommy Ryan, and you know Tallow just need to him on the ball a lot more, because he's the one player that that can threaten this Ballygunner backline. You would wonder if Ballygunner would not be better off with an orthodox 6-man forward line. They really haven't pushed Tallow under enough pressure.
Tallow trying to work it down into the corner. What can they do here? Evan Sheen over on the far side. Bob McCarthy waits for the pass but doesn't get that pass. The man who has that ball is Philip Mahoney, playing a mountain of ball in this as the loose defender for the Ballygunner man. Plays it up as far as Shane O'Sullivan. Shane O'Sullivan, uncle to Philip Mahoney, goes for a long one from the sideline, but it's gone left and it's gone wide. Wide number 10 for the Gunners. Score remains 9 points apiece.
Another shot puck out again for Tallow.
Taken very, very quickly. Ball to Mark O'Brien, opens the shoulders. Good play by the cornerback. The three surgeon and captain of the team. Cut off the other end by Philip Mahoney. Who else really just tracking the ball. The workers doing it for Waterford. Philip definitely doing it for the Gunners today. Ball breaks to Conor Power with that yellow helmet. Gets it out to the captain, David O'Sullivan. The man based in Dublin, but really putting his heart into the Gunners this year. Of course, a lot of commitment with work commitments with KPMG, but definitely very much a Gunners man today as the ball goes to Shane O'Sullivan, going for a long one, but it's gone left and wide. 11 wides for the Gunners, 9 points apiece. Dennis Walsh scratches his head. Gary O'Keefe looks on, so too does Darragh O'Sullivan. Pádraig Mahoney now, I see him coming up out of the bench there. Of course, he's a huge loss today.
He's given Dennis Walsh a bit of advice there, and he's not happy with the way things have been going.
Yeah, so puck out there was that overplayed, overcarried there in the end, and I think Father was looking for options there, overcarry there, and Pádraig Mahoney there down off the stand there. He's somebody substitutes us.
There's a bit of off the ball. Kenny is down.
Yeah, Ian Kenny just went down. Didn't see what happened there off the ball, but down at the other end, it's a free for Brian O'Sullivan and for Ballygunner, 40 metres up, but way down at the far side under the scoreboard, of course, now sponsored by Glasgow.
The umpires. He's obviously not happy with something that he spotted off the ball.
So Ian Kenny gone down there completely off the ball, because the play was up at the far side, overplay by the Tallow defence there. It's going to be free and for overcarrying, and literally a tap over for Brian O'Sullivan to put Ballygunner back in front. But Tallow really putting it up to 10 minutes gone in the second half, and Tallow really keeping the fight up to the Gunners.
Yeah, it's been a real dour game, to be honest with you. There's, with both defences on top. You would wonder with Dennis Welch and Ballygunner, they're need an extra defender. You'd have to say probably not. I'm really surprised that they haven't shoved Stephen Power into the action, in as an orthodox full forward, play with 6 forwards, try and put this Tallow team under real pressure. Because so Brian O'Sullivan here, we're literally a tap over free here. It's 9 points apiece. Wouldn't Tallow love to ring the News and Star Cup back in 98? It was Eddie Curley here as the video man today, led him to victory. Kieran Ryan did in 84. Mick Beecher, that great centre back, led him in 85. Is Mark O'Brien going to do it today, or are Ballygunner going to put back-to-back titles? Last day, of course, of that great 3-in-a-row team back in the 90s, as Brian O'Sullivan prepares to take this free. It's 30 metres out, dead straight in front of the Keens Road end. Should be no problem for the corner forward, the centre man based in Dublin, but very much part and parcel of the Gunner setup. Sends it over the bar. Pádraig Mahoney may be out injured, but definitely this man has really stepped up to the plate today, and indeed throughout the season. 2:29 up to today. 1:10-9, Brian. Yeah, and I think Tallow are going to play their first card. It looks as if Paul Kearney is coming in to replace Bob McCarthy in the half-hour line.
Yeah, an experienced campaigner, of course, Paul Kearney, twin brother of Aidan Kearney, of course, was a real star when Coleman's won the Hartley Cup a good few years ago, and went view and never really fulfilled the promise, but today could be his big chance. 10 points to 9. Paul Kearney on, Bob McCarthy off, and the time is 12 minutes gone in the second half. Aidan Kearney has it, sends it in around the 30-metre line. Who's there to react to it? Inside is Ian Kenny. He's done well, the number 4. Out it comes towards the middle of the field. Peter Hogan way out in the middle of the field, sends it down into the corner, good scoring chance inside for them. Tim O'Sullivan has it just on as a substitute in front of the dressing room area, in front of the tunnel end, running out of options, plays it back out to the 45, out as far as Peter Hogan from the sideline. Great block down there by the man tracking back, Jordan Henley. Great spirit by the Tallow defender there and that teenager. He tracked back very well, and when they turned to take their shot, Henley was there to block it down.
Yeah, another good young player, and he's had a good outing. Still we're looking down, we're almost halfway through the second half, only a point between the two teams. Ballygunner with a slender lead, and quick line ball, another chance now.
Yeah, another chance for Peter Hogan, literally from the sideline, playing it down into the corner. Ray McMahon is over there from Sportsfell. We'll see some. Here's photographs tomorrow. Ball goes across to Billy O'Keefe. Billy takes a shot, brilliantly saved inside by O'Sullivan there. What a save by O'Sullivan. Billy O'Keefe pulled the trigger, looked a certain goal, and O'Sullivan did very well to get down to it and save a certain goal, and Tallow cleared their lines. Now the Tallow crowd are starting to roar, but the ball breaks up by O'Sullivan, 45 metres out from the sideline, turns on the sixpence, but it's right and wide number 12 for the Gunners, and it's 10 points to 9, 13.5 minutes gone. What a save by Sean O'Sullivan.
Yeah, and you gotta say, the amount of chances Ballygunner, they've had 3 great goal chances, not scored, taken any of them. They've hit a lot of wides. If they lose this, they'll really have nobody to blame but themselves.
So on that 13th minute of that second half, Billy O'Keefe let fire, but Sean O'Sullivan was under. From the puck out, Tallow in possession. They're going for a long one from the sideline, and the ball has gone over the bar there. Super score for the Tallow man. They're back level for the 4th time, and it's Thomas Ryan there. A real bit of class there. That was some score from the sideline. 14 minutes gone in the second half. Getting very dark here. Unfortunately, we don't have the floodlights that we have up in Walsh Park, or up in Faher Field here in Walsh Park, but we may need them. It's getting dark, but it's not getting dark for the Western men as the ball goes to David O'Sullivan. That is a super score again, a settling score by the captain, playing a captain's role here today. Got that great score against 4 Mile last week in the semi-final. Now he's got 3 here. 11 points to 10. Gunners go back in front. 14.5 and it's gone second half.
What a score by Tommy Ryan. Really the score of the game. Off the hurley, over the shoulder. Great score.
Ball out in the middle of the field. Eddie Hayden going long, dropping it short. Out comes Sean O'Sullivan, the Tallow goalie. Gets the ball away to Kenny Carney, younger of the Carney brothers. Gets it out to Ringo there. Didn't get it in the first attempt, has it in the second. Barry O'Sullivan is in, but Ringo trying to come out with the ball. Did he overplay it? Play on, says the referee. Gets it back to Kenny. Kenny a bit leisurely there, takes the shot, blocked down. It's going to be a line ball to the Tallow men. 30 metres out, 11 points to 10. The game in our hands now, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, it's really any team. It's there for both sides now. Just less than 15 minutes to go, only a point in it, and Tallow are hanging in. You've got to give them great credit.
Darragh O'Sullivan walks the line there, part of the backroom team. Dennis Walsh, hands on hip. Tallow on the attack, cut off inside there by Carney. That's good play by the cornerback. Sends it up to the other end, picked out brilliantly by Philip Mahoney. He gets it back to Shane Walsh. Shane Walsh sends it long down into the corner. This could be very, very dangerous as the ball goes in towards Timmy O'Sullivan. Cover crosses David O'Sullivan, or David O'Brien. Good play by Fada, the goalie, in front of the dressing room corner. Out to James Murray. He's done well too at centre back. Gets the ball away to Tommy Ryan. Score of that super score there a minute ago. Sends the ball diagonally across. Lovely ball for a foul. Well read inside by the Ballygunner defence. And really, there was only one man up there with 3 defenders, and one of those defenders is the county fullback, an all-star nominee. Barry Coughlin comes tearing up the field, ball in his stick, loses possession about 50 metres out from the Tallow goal. Ball breaks to David O'Sullivan going forward. Good run by the captain, gets the ball across, looking there for Peter Hogan. Peter Hogan has a shot on the run. Hogan takes it up. Hogan sends it over the bar. Great run again by David O'Sullivan there. Barry Coughlin had the initial run, gave it to David O'Sullivan, and real cut through the defence there, give the ball away to Peter O'Hogan. He sends it over the bar. 2-point lead, good score.
Yeah, and a fantastic sortie by fullback Barry Coughlin, showing his colleagues solo and half the length of the field. We've seen him score goals here in Welsh Park before in similar situations, but found his colleague, and Ballygunner are back 2 points ahead. And in this dour type of game, scores are hard to come by. 2 points is actually pretty much a significant lead.
Tallow looking up to the Hasili Mulder, the chairman, secretary, of course, Lindsay Murphy. Of course, her husband Pat, well-known county player of old, and Treasure Murray, Sheehan down there as well. The whole community behind them there as the ball goes to Conor Power, and Conor Power sends it over the bar there. A simple enough score for Ballygunner. Now they go 3 points up, 13 points to 10. Pat O'Sullivan is out the back of the flag box there taking down the notes. Have to see that notebook sometime to see what exactly goes down, but I'm sure to be passed on to the relevant people. From the puck out, Tallow don't need a notebook, but they have a man on it now who could do some damage. Thomas Ryan busting through. Good play by Ryan there, busting through with the ball. The 26-year-old showed great promise in under minor under 21, really back to his brilliant best this year. And you see when he gets that ball, danger signals there, but in the end it's going to be free. But if they can get Thomas Ryan on enough a ball, he can do serious damage, Ryan.
Yeah, and once he gets a run at you at all, and Ballygunner had no option really just to foul him, and this is almost a certainty for Ryan Gray in front of the post. Reduced the deficit back to 2 points. It looks as if it's getting a little bit dark here in Welsh Park. The mist seems to be coming in as well, and now it's back to 2 points.
Ryan Gray makes no mistake, flicks it over the bar there. I see Georgina Cunningham there, the medical officer, attending one of the Tallow players. Of course, great to see everyone involved in the Tallow community here today, and indeed the neighbouring clubs of Shamrocks and Ballyduff and the West down here supporting the West against Ballygunner, the champions. From the puck out, James Murray down on his knees and picks it up. Gets the ball away. Didn't think he'd play in the county final again, but he is and playing very well. Gets it to Jordan Henley. Jordan Henley gets it out to the middle of the field. Kieran Geary tries to drive it upfield there. Ball breaks towards William Henley there. Doesn't get his hand on it under pressure, and that pressure comes from David O'Sullivan. Good play by O'Sullivan, the captain leading by example. His dad was to be at a wedding in New York yesterday, but he cancelled that wedding. And himself and his wife Val, Tig and Val, are here cheering on their 2 sons as the ball breaks to Paul Kearney. Paul Kearney gets the ball away to Thomas Ryan. Gone inside the 45. Ryan with the ball in his stick. Shortens the grip. Takes his shot. Oh, just drops under the crossbar. And Stephen O'Keefe, the Bank of Ireland man based in Dublin, county goalie, makes no mistake. Comes one of his long runs out towards the 45. Not the best of passes to David O'Sullivan. David O'Sullivan does very well to win that ball. Lovely play by O'Sullivan. Drives it down into the corner. Danger signals for the Ballyduff defence, who's first to react to it. Fada is the man. Great play by Fada, busting out with it. The 34-year-old playing like a teenager today, playing very well at full-back and showing his experience. Ball comes up towards Tim O'Sullivan, trying to put them on the attack. Down it comes to Paul O'Brien. Quite enough so far, but this man could explode at any given time. Has a look, takes his shot, and really from the sideline, and hope more than anything else, drops it across the face of the goal. No problem for Stephen O'Keefe. 13 points to 11. Gunners lead. 19 and a half minutes gone in the second half. You listen to the big match brought to you in association with Feed and David Dickens Motor Village on the Cork Road. The Gunners have the ball. Getting very dark here, very overcast. Harley Barnes. Harley tries to steady it, gets in around the edge of the square. Who's first to react inside? Ball breaks. Inside is Kearney, the cornerback, gets it out towards Ryan Gray. Lovely play by Gray. 9 points in the minor, 12 points in the minor final. Already he's 9 points today. Ball breaks towards Thomas Ryan there. Oh, he nearly got onto that one. Kenny Kearney dispossesses as Ian Kenny comes in to the breach. Ian Kenny putting Ballygunner on the attack. Ball breaks to Aidan Kearney. Aidan goes long, but there's black and red jerseys everywhere in around that full forward line. Ball breaks down. Trying to get a Tallow man onto that ball is the aim. 30 metres out. But it's a Gunners man who has the ball, and that man is Peter Hogan, the minor. Gets it out to David O'Sullivan, the captain. He's been outstanding all through, particularly in the second half. Offloads the ball. Back it goes to Peter Hogan. Hogan is going long. Looks good. It looks a great one, but it's gone. Yes, over the bar. The umpire had a good look, and a second score for Hogan. And what a score has been for the teenager. That minor star, a man for the future, and a super score, literally.
Six score, and that really lifts Ballygunner to score from that sort of distance, and just again gives them a little bit of a breathing space, a little bit, 3 points ahead with probably only 9 minutes to go. Another substitution.
Yeah, Brian McCarthy warming up in as 14 points to 11. Ballygunner lead by 1 goal. They led by 7 against Passage 2 years ago. Is history going to repeat itself? Can the underdogs come back and defeat the Gunners? Or are Gunners going to put that back-to-back title ahead? I know they'd love to do it for Paul Foley. I'm sure Paul is looking down on high and wishing the Gunners can do it here today. Gunners have possession in the back line. Ian Kenny, he's played well in the second half, sends it long. Coming across is Kearney, the cornerback. What can he do with it? Takes his time with it. Drills it across low to Kieran Geary. Oh, Kieran doesn't get it on the first attempt, does on the second. Good play by the 26-year-old teacher there, but a bit of overplay in the end. He was giving it back to Kenny Kearney. Bit of overplay by Tallow in defence. Timmy O'Sullivan has it. Was he fouled? I was out over the line, says the linesman Michael O'Brien, right on the spot, and it's going to be line ball to Tallow inside the 45. 14-11, 22 minutes gone. Can they do it, Brian?
Yeah, I think at this stage, Tallow are going to need a goal. They're 3 points behind, and to be honest, they haven't had a shot at Stephen O'Keefe all through. So it's hard to expect them to, they're going to pull a goal out of somewhere. We've probably less than 8 minutes to go. Ballygunner have that. Philip Manny is just playing in the pocket, just in front of the full back line. He's cleared an amount of ball. It's difficult to see where a goal is going to come from for Tallow.
The smoke signals to my right, but it's Jim O'Keefe. It's not Sully with the fag out yet, but Jim has feeling the pressure already. The ball goes to Shane O'Sullivan. 14-11. Is there a goal in this Gunners team? Ball breaks. Brian O'Sullivan has a look, takes his shot, turns on that sixpence, sends it over the bar. Number 5 for the corner forward. The centre man is really on form today. Turned his marker brilliantly there and sends it over the bar. It's 15-11. The lead by 4. Dennis Walsh has the cap back on. He had it off for a while. He was feeling the heat, but I think that was a relieving score for Dennis to see go over the bar.
Yeah, crucial score. Puts them 2 scores ahead. They're 4 points, and you don't really see Ballygunner conceding a goal. As I look down, it's Philip Manny is
from the puck out was Thomas Ryan running onto that breaking ball. Good play by Thomas there, but showed a bit too much of it there, and in the end just swept away by David O'Sullivan. And David, who's been outstanding really. Thomas had a bit of space there, but in the end David O'Sullivan blocked it off. At the other end, James Murray sends it back with interest. For a 36-year-old, he's been truly outstanding, giving it everything in the twilight of his career. Ball now with Harley Barnes coming more into it in the second half. Across comes James Murray. Good play by the engineer there. Holds up that ball, gives the ball back. Not the best of passes to Kenny Carney. He'll probably give it back to the keeper. Down here on our left, getting very, very dark and overcast here in Walsh Park. 23 minutes gone. 15-11. The Gunners lead. Tallow have possession. Kenny Carney gets that ball out towards the middle of the field. Good play by Willie Henley, putting them on the attack, dropping inside the 45, snapped up inside by the defenders there, and Harley Barnes does very well and gets the ball away. At the other end, Tallow hold possession. Back to James Murray on the 45. Murray sends a lovely low ball to Paul O'Brien, the star of Waterford in 04 up against Tipperary, but showing too much of it in the middle of the field. Gets it on the next attempt. Good play by Paul in the end. Thought he overplayed it, but holds on to possession. Kieran Geary has it. His midfield partner sends it long, but not the best of balls for the forwards inside. Coughlin picks it up, scoops the ball back to Stephen O'Keefe, who says thank you very much down here at the right hand side. That's the city end. Sends it long, dropping around the 45. Stephen Power being warmed up down under us for the Gunners, as running onto the ball is Aidan Carney. Good play by Ringo. Hand passed the ball back to James Murray. The 2 former county scars intertwining there, but not the best of balls by Murray there. Cut off by Harley Barnes. 15-11. The Gunners, the champions, lead by 4. Down at the other end, Tallow under a bit of pressure there. Kenny Carney goes back, swings the ball back to David O'Brien, showing his pace there. A good play for the 34-year-old. Gives the ball to Aidan Carney. Bit of overplay by Tallow on the fence to James Murray. James opens the shoulders and gives it route 1 for the Tallow man. Dropping near the 45. Thomas Ryan is onto it. Hits the ground there, and every time Thomas goes near the ground, he seems to be taken out.
Yeah, that was a
could he even bring forward that ball? A very, very cynical free there.
Cynical foul.
Looks like Stephen Power is the man who's going to be coming off, and Billy O'Keefe is the man that's coming on. 3:20 so far in the champ. Get a goal, but Billy O'Keefe has done very well, as he has throughout the season, and on comes Stephen Power. Also warming up is Conor Sheehan for the Gunners. 15-11 there. Thomas Ryan there again. He's been the danger man. They're just trying to get him into the play, and every time that goes near him, it just seems to be not just working, and that final pass or that free or that foul is taking him out of it.
Yeah, I suppose Ballygunner aren't going to let Tommy Ryan have a run at the goals, in fairness, but it's back down to a goal. Is there a goal in Tallow?
Ryan Gray makes no mistake, sends it over the bar. 10 points for the minor. 15-12. Pádraig Mahoney up and down the side there. Wouldn't he love to be out there? Great to see him walking freely without any aid of a crutch or a stick. Dennis Walsh having a word with him. The two of them in conclave there, down now right, and Pádraig jogging gingerly down to the right hand side to have a word with the defence. They lead by 3. There's 4 minutes left. Can Tallow salvage a famous victory here today? They have possession. James Murray gets it away to Aidan Carney on his own 45, playing a lot of ball in the second half, taking on his marker, beating his marker. Here goes Ringo inside the 65. Still Ringo going forward. Great play by Carney. What's he going to do with it? Gone inside the 45, running out of options, flicks the ball in. It's in around the edge of the square. Ball breaks. Who's first to react to it? Oh, it's a good play inside by, great play by Barry Coughlin there. Read it well, fouled in the end. The ball broke. It was a case of who was first to react to it. And Barry Coughlin showed his experience there, Brian. Could have been the back at the net, but Coughlin came to the rescue.
Well, that's exactly where you want your inter-county full-back, and your all-star nominee to appear is, where the danger is, and, a vital interception. And, you just can't see Tallow scoring a goal at this stage. Ballygunner defence have been on top all day, and Barry Coughlin were, that's where he's at his best.
Shane Feeney being warmed up to come in, number 26, coming off as Willie Henley there. He's played his part, run his heart out, the 32-year-old, but it's 15-12. The stopwatch is 27 minutes. And the ball is with Ballygunner. Peter Hogan wins that ball from the puck out, but is cut off inside by Carney. He's doing very well in the corner, right throughout the afternoon. Hand passed the ball away, out towards Paul O'Brien. Paul coming more and more into it as we enter these dying minutes of the game. O'Brien, left-handed this time, sends it down into the corner, trying to work something out of this one. What can they do with this ball? But ball breaks. Brian McCarthy there tried to get a touch on it, but in the end Ian Kenny clears his lines. The Gunners have it. Hogan down the far wing, the minor star, putting Ballygunner on the attack. Ball breaks inside to Tim O'Sullivan. The substitute there didn't get on the first attempt, turns back to his left, should have no problem sticking over the bar, has no problem sticking over the bar, as the young kids in the black and red are making their way down to the sideline, down behind the goals. They're waiting to invade the pitch. 16-12, Thomas McCarthy making his way to the sideline. Hopefully we'll have warmed up is Conor Sheehan. Ballygunner, the champions.
Ballygunner have, I suppose, like they've done all year.
Are they going to retain?
They've done just enough here today.
It's their 14th county final appearance. They missed 08 and 012 since 2000. They won 3 in the 60s, 5 in the 90s, 5 in the 90s so far. Is it going to be number 6? They are the champions. Are they going to retain a title for the first time? You go back to 96 and 7 when Hartley and Frampton and Flynn were their dominant players. It looks like they're going to put them back to back. The stopwatch says
Ballygunner, their inter-county players have really stood up. Barry Coughlin at full-back has been outstanding. You look at the performance of Philip Manny, has been outstanding as well. And their captain David O'Sullivan. They've been the big players that's made the difference here today and just got Ballygunner over the line.
2 minutes of additional time. Frankie King looks down under us there. He looks happy and he looks composed. The former president, of course the president now is the one and only Sully. Jerry Conlan is the chairman. Eddie Flynn the secretary, long time, and treasurer Limer Murphy there as Tallow in possession. 16 points to 12. They lead by 4. Ball now with Carney in the back line. He's done very well. That's Kenny Carney. All Carneys have done well for the Tallow man, battling for the cause of the blue and gold of Tallow, but it's the black and red of Ballygunner are prevailing, getting really, really dark here and difficult enough to see what's happening out there as the ball is blocked down very well indeed. Billy O'Keefe, they're under a bit of pressure, but it's Brian McCarthy there. His ball goes out over the line and it's going to be line ball here to Ballygunner. The stopwatch says we're into injury time. There's 2 minutes of additional time by Pat Casey's board. Tom McCarthy is down on the sideline and hopefully Thomas will get a word with the Ballygunner officials. So this could be literally the last stroke of this county final. Michael O'Brien, the linesman, saying bring it back. It's inside the 45. It's in front of the stand. It's 16 points to 12. Lovely line ball by Shane Walsh. He's been outstanding, particularly in the first half for the Gunners. Cut off again. Well cut off there by Jordan Henley, the teenager, under a bit of pressure there, but covering back, and well covering back is Mark O'Brien, the captain. Mark gets away to James Murray. What a performance by the 36-year-old. He sends it long, last chance for Tallow, but cut off inside, well cut off inside by Philip Manny. Yes, he has all day. He's been like a stone, and he's been really outstanding in the half-back. And of course, David O'Sullivan.
Cup, there's only a minute left of injury time. I think we can. It's certainly time to call this. And Ballygunner, their second title in a row, back to back. And I suppose, but for that performance of Passage a couple of years ago, we'd have been looking at a 3 in a row. But I'm sure Ballygunner were just happy today to get over the line. They've done just enough, as they've done all year. And I suppose with the absence of Manny from their forward line, Philip Manny, they've really struggled at times to get the scores, but they've done just enough here today.
So the ball goes wide, quick puck out for Tallow. Sean O'Sullivan, he's done well, a brilliant save after 30 minutes of the second half from Billy O'Keefe, one of the outstanding moments of this county final. James Murray has it. What a game he has had, the engineer, trying to engineer a last score now for Tallow. Is there a goal in Tallow before the final whistle? Plucked out with the ear inside. is Philip Manny. It's all over. It's all over, and Ballygunner have won the title for a 14th time. The cup is on its way back to Ballygunner. They've put back-to-back titles, the first time since the 90s, and David O'Sullivan will be lifting the Losing Star Cup for the Gunners. 16 points to 12. No one could argue really in the end. They had a huge amount of Tallow. They battled and pushed them to the very end, but it wasn't to be. We were looking for a goal. He took over, and not an easy thing to do when go over, and they were just hoping that he could do the business. He has done the business for them. They've won their 14th county senior title, and now they take on the Cork champions Glen Rovers here in the Munster semi-final. But full credit to Tallow. They died with their boots on. They gave it everything, but in the end I think the trap prevailed, Brian.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Ballygunner, the better team on the day, winning the county title, and you have for Ballygunner, and I suppose that's the difference at the end of it. Ballygunner just had that extra experience and confidence when the game was in the melting pot, when it mattered most. The performance of Philip Manny, absolutely outstanding. Barry Coughlin behind him, Shane O'Sullivan, etc. Fantastic performances.
Tomas, let's go down to Tomas.
Yeah, Kieran, joined here by the Ballygunner winning manager Dennis Welsh. Dennis, back-to-back titles for Ballygunner. He must be absolutely terrific, and we saw today and it was tough, and it was with the year with fellas moving on and injuries and guys, everything that happened during the year, I suppose kind of emotional, but they had to dig it out. It wasn't handed. Tallow, in fairness, came with a very good game plan, and were very disciplined and kept it going right to the end. And I think our fellas just had to step it up a little bit there in the second half for that maybe 10 minutes during the middle of the half. I think that was the difference in the teams. We kind of got maybe 3 or 4 points in that period. And but Tallow, you have to give great credit to Tallow as well. They've had a great year. They'd be disappointed losing, but they really played. A couple of young guys like Ryan Gray and these guys coming through, and that they played very well. But I suppose it's our day really, and having whatever they've gone through during the year, they still have that great hunger, which is fantastic. What was the message at half time, Dennis? I mean, your game plan seemed to be working quite well, but just weren't translating on the scoreboard. What are we trying to drill into the guys at half time?
Well, I think we totally malfunctioned for the 10 minutes for half time. We got a free to go 9-4 up, and then it was 8 all, and I think we just lost our way completely. And we just said to them like that. We pointed out maybe 2 different things, and we said we just had to keep doing really, the basics of the game, simple, finding people, walk clear up along, and not to be. We were moving the ball from back to front too quick altogether, and did a spare man blow, and really that didn't make any sense. And the lads knew it, and I think they improved greatly in the second half.
And when you really needed most, the likes of Philip Manny, David O'Sullivan around the middle of the field really got a grip of things in that second half.
They did, yeah. They did. Look, all the people that you expect to lead, Barry Coughlin at fullback, and Philip and Shane, and that, they were outstanding. But somebody young like Peter Hogan minor there now was terrific as well. And Shane Welsh, he had a bit of trouble during the week there, but it took him a while to get into the game from that point of view.
Yeah, and with the players that you've lost, you lost 4 players from last year's county rating. It really shows the strength of the squad this year to pull it off once again.
It does. A few adjustments here and there, and still guys on the bench are disappointed that didn't get in today. To be fair, disappointed, and I can see why, because they're good players. But look, you can only play 15 at one time, and that's the way it is.
Well done, Dennis, and congratulations for today's success.
Thanks, Thomas.
Back to you, Kieran.
Yeah, as I said earlier, involved with his local camogie team in the county final yesterday. He threw his heart in, and really it was a difficult one because he was taken over from Fergal Hartley. They were champions, and he was on a hiding to nothing as such, but it was a brave decision.
He's a lot of experience. He's managed Cork senior team. He's managed his own team down St. Catherine's, not too far from Tallow, just over the road. But to come back and take a team to win another county final, and particularly with the absence of Paddy Manny, he's a huge loss to that forward line with Ballygunner, and I suppose they've adopted a different style this year. They are operating with a 2-man full forward line invariably, but today was all about Ballygunner, and they done enough to get over the line, and they have a Munster club campaign to look forward to. They'll